Hold up.
Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Foxy298 here. Welcome back to a brand new video for you guys today on my channel. Today we are back with my F1 2016 Career Mode Season 4 Part 19 now for the Mexican Grand Prix. I hope you guys are all having an awesome day, and if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to click that like button. It'd be absolutely awesome, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed already, and if you have subscribed, don't forget to click that bell button so you get notifications for the time that I upload a single video, so you don't miss out. But anyway, in terms of the driver's standings, we've actually wrapped up the driver's standings now in the USA Grand Prix in the previous episode, and of course we are very close to wrapping up the Constructors' Championship. So for this race, we're going to be starting from the back of the grid, and we're going to be doing that for the rest of the season, starting from last, seeing where we can go in the Grand Prix, and just having some fun, really. Anyway, what I wanted to quickly talk about then is it's going to be the poll. At the moment, I believe that Manor is currently leading the way in terms of where I'm going to go in Season 5, and then Williams is second with the stay in Ferrari and get fired for his thing in third. And I just wanted to quickly re-explain the Ferrari option, because one person came up to me and just on Twitter and just said, look, I don't understand this rule, can you just explain it for my voting? So, the stay in Ferrari rule. So what this is when it goes to the next season in this career mode, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to switch teams, I'm going to stay at Ferrari. But throughout that entire season, that is not going to be recorded. What I'm going to be doing is doing absolutely horrific races to the point where I get fired from Ferrari. When I get fired from Ferrari, Emma is going to give me a contract to go to another team. I'm going to keep doing that throughout the rest of that season, and then when that season is over, it will then go into the following season, whereby I'm in a slower car with all of the big teams having very, very strong upgrades on the car. Then I'm going to have to use my really slow car and work my way up to the field. So I won't be staying at Ferrari in that option. I will literally be spending the next season off camera, just getting fired and just getting through that season as quick as possible, to then go on for the following season and go from there. That's what the stay at Ferrari option is. So it's not stay at Ferrari, it's stay at Ferrari, but then use that season to get myself fired, get into a slow team, and then work forwards and try and work my way up. And it could be like some sort of funny storyline how I've just become an absolute crap driver. But anyway, into qualifying, you can see that we're not qualifying because we're champions. We don't need to rush, we don't need to do anything. So Vettel fastest in Q something. And he's going to go off and take pole position, probably because he's in the fastest car on the grid. But Vettel is on pole for this Grand Prix. But yeah, keep voting in that poll. I'll leave a link to it in the description and also as a comment as well, so you guys can see it much more clearly. At the moment, Manor leads the way ahead of Williams, ahead of the Ferrari option, ahead of some other stuff. So at the moment, Manor is the leading car. So if you don't want Manor to win, you better get voting on some other teams. And I just wanted to explain that Ferrari one real quick. But anyway, guys, we're starting last. Let's see how we can do. Let's get into the Mexican Grand Prix.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Sebastian Vettel has a clear track ahead of him today. He starts in pole position, with Nico Rosberg alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Ricciardo, Max Verstappen, and Bottas, Perez, Hülkenberg, Sainz, and Roman Grosjean, Alonso, Kvyat, Kevin Magnussen, and Button, Ericsson, Gutierrez, Felipe Nasser and Felipe Massa, Palmer and Wehrlein, Rio Haryanto. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Alright then, guys, so as you can see, we're on the grid here for the Mexican Grand Prix. We're going to be doing a bog standard two-stop strategy. We're going to be going on from the soft tyres to another set of softs, and then moving on to the medium compound tyres for the final stint. So it's going to be a nice, easy race for us. And as you can see, the only thing that we're going to be doing is lowering the fuel, of course, because we don't really need to worry about fuel in this Grand Prix, because we'll be able to save it throughout the entire distance. But anyway, as you can see here, we're now getting ready for the formation lap, and we got a stunning start. Look at that, just passing everyone left, right and center. If only that was going to happen on the actual start, but it's not the case. I literally just bolted it before everyone else did. So yeah, that's fun. But we'll soon be relegated back to 22nd. Don't worry about that. I literally just felt like seeing what the other drivers were starting on their tyre compounds. Cool strategy that is. But anyway, we're on the grid here for the Mexican Grand Prix 5. Red lights and it's lights out. Here we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. It's a good start from us actually. Not too bad at all. But unfortunately, we've actually not got the best start compared to others around us. But the start was okay. But of course, we're on the soft tyres here. Now we're getting some pace, and now we've got this Ferrari car really getting up to getting up to power here. Pascal Wehrlein, who actually moves over slightly. So basically gives us a clean way to come siving through up the inside of many cars here. Tried to have a look at Esteban Gutierrez, but thought better of it as I was going to crash into him otherwise. Going to go around the outside. Gutierrez is so tight between me and Esteban Gutierrez. Going to give some space on the outside there. And that's a car in the wall there. And a safety car has been deployed. And Fernando Alonso is out of the Mexican Grand Prix. What drama to start things off with. And let's go and have a look at a replay of that. So as you can see here, you can see actually that I've got a black antenna at the top of my car now because I'm actually the #1 driver at Ferrari. But as you can see here, as we make the plunge and the charge down towards turn 1 here, we go nice and late on the brakes and we nearly crash into Gutierrez, but we managed to get on the brakes a lot earlier there and not make any sort of contact. Round the outside of Gutierrez, we gave him the space and we gave Alonso the space. So actually it's Alonso that so Alonso crashes into Gutierrez and into the back of the Toro Rosso. So let's have a look at this again. So Gutierrez makes his way through, and it's a three-way fight into this corner. Not really the ideal situation. I come flying through here, give plenty of space for Gutierrez, who takes that apex curbing, but it's Alonso that I don't think get the space. Now, this is on board with Fiat, who actually made contact with Alonso here. Into turn 2 we go. You can see that I'm going very nice and tight onto the curb there, and then I'm going to swoop my car around the outside, but it's, again, what happens here. So Gutierrez just runs wide. Alonso crashes in and hits him twice there. So it's a bit of a strange one, this, and we're going to have to get it from the man himself, Alonso. So, into turn 1 we go here. Gutierrez is going round the outside, and then all of a sudden Alonso brakes nice and late here. And let's just have a look here. So he just runs off the track, whacks himself into Gutierrez, trying to get onto the circuit again, and then whacks into the back of the Toro Rosso. So a bit of a clumsy one there from Alonso. He did the right thing in going off the track to back off, but he did the wrong thing in trying to get back onto the track at a specific point. But onto lap 4 of the Grand Prix now, and the end of the safety car is here, and we can get back racing once again here. So as you can see, we've got the power right down now as we try and look after our tyres and try and get after Carlos Sainz in the Toro Rosso. So we're going to come flying through their lovely Scarlet Ferrari, that is. And as you can see, we're coming charging through now. Can we make the move on Carlos Sainz? We just look a little bit too far back, unfortunately, to make a move on Carlos Sainz. But of course, we do like to brake nice and late. So down the inside of Carlos Sainz, we're going to do that one nice and cleanly. In fact, he does hold it off, so fair play to Sainz. We're going to have to go around the outside of turn 2, and then into turn 3, we got the inside line. So a nice little battle there with Carlos Sainz. Didn't want to give that one up, and that's fair enough to Carlos Sainz. You know, not many AI drivers defend my late braking maneuvers. So go on you, Sainz. Good on you, but I still got past you. Down the inside here of the Force India of Hulkenberg, but again, Hulkenberg's going to fight this one, and a little touch there with Hulkenberg as I try and hang it around the outside, but I just decided better against that. I'm still going to hang it around the outside. Hulkenberg gets the traction though, and he's in front, but we're going to keep on pushing against Nico Hulkenberg. Nice and late down the brakes, so we're going to make this move. Hulkenberg moves out the way. What are you doing, Nico? You don't need to move out of the way of that one. I know I'm world champion, but come on, give me a bit of a fight there, Hulkenberg. But we're still up into 8th place. Next up the road is Max Verstappen in the Red Bull car there. I broke late, and I really should have shown that move from my perspective, my what's it called, my POV like we're showing now, because Hulkenberg was in front of me. He should have just shut the door on me, but he literally just braked and just let me through. It's like he didn't want to fight me. It's like I'm not part of his race, but whatever, I'll take the moves, I'll take the easy ones if they're going to come across the line here. But as you can see now, on to lap 6 of the Grand Prix, we're going to be making more inroads on the cars in front of us. Hulkenberg's actually got a great slipstream here. That Mercedes-powered engine is definitely not slacking for Hulkenberg. He might just go for it here, but unfortunately, we've got a very nice camera angle here of my front wing. It looks nice, but luckily for me, Hulkenberg didn't make the move stick, and you can see how I'm just trying to find a way through Max Verstappen, but it's not going to work. I'm way too far back. See, I'm tactical with my moves, okay? I know what's too far back and what's not too far back, but what I do know is there is a massive posse of cars here that all fancy getting overtaken. So as you can see, we're going to lunge our car down the inside here. Who are we going to get the moves on? We did it on Max Verstappen, we've done it on Ricciardo, and we've done it on Perez. So that's 3 moves in one corner there. And we're going to switch back and go down the inside of Valtteri Bottas here as well. So taking advantage of everyone scrapping ahead. Vettel is in 2nd, Hamilton 3rd, and I'm now up into 4th place after just 6 laps of this Mexican Grand Prix. We started last, and now we're into 6th. Sorry, I'm not into 6th. We're into 4th in this Mexican Grand Prix. So a stunning start here as we now look to try and hunt down Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes-Benz and try and take full advantage of, of Hamilton, really. But Nico Rosberg is actually leading the way. Now, Rosberg has got a massive gap already in this Grand Prix because everyone here has been scrapping so hard. And the AIs, when they go through turn 1, 2, and 3, they always lose out so much time, and they've done that now for 2 or 3 laps, and Rosberg is gone at this moment in time. So Vettel is on the prowl to take on Nico Rosberg, and I'm on the prowl to catch Hamilton here. But Perez looking very, very strong here. Will Perez actually make a move on us? Perez is good in the slipstream. He might just make it. He pulls over to the inside line, but I am in the slipstream of Hamilton, and my Ferrari has got a better top speed than the Mercedes-Benz, the Force India Perez. And we are through into turn 1 nice and safely. As you can see here, just trying to navigate our way through 1, 2, and 3. We actually get a better turn in and a better apex speed than Lewis Hamilton in the Mercedes-Benz. We're going to keep that car in rich fuel mixture, and we're going to go absolutely flying here, trying to attack Lewis Hamilton. As you can see, you've got the power right down here, down the inside of Lewis Hamilton, nice and late on the brakes. And once again, just like in Austin, well, Austin was a bit more audacious, but still, we got the move done on Hamilton. And we are up into 3rd place now in this Grand Prix. So what a recovery drive this has been, even though it's not really a recovery drive, it's just driving my own race. But anyway, on to lap 10 of the Grand Prix now. We're going to be making our first pit stop to go onto the soft tyres. Now, currently we are leading the Mexican Grand Prix, but don't think, oh, Foxy's leading the race, this is boring. Everyone came into the pits. Now, I didn't like that bollard, so I thought I'd whack it over, because, I can do what I want. But I don't know, I literally just turned in way too early for the pits. But anyway, we are into the pits now. We were leading the Mexican Grand Prix. However, Rosberg and Vettel did come in a little bit earlier than myself, as they were on the super soft tyres, whereas I was on the soft tyres. There goes Vettel flying through your screen, and then one of the Saubers. So, of course, we are technically still in this Grand Prix, but we are still a little bit out of sync with the rest of the drivers. And this was my little concern that I had now. See, I was very close to the it's not the Red Bulls. Why am I being so dumb? I was quite close to Vettel and also to Rosberg, but my biggest problem now is that I actually got my way through the field quicker than what I expected. Now I'm sort of out of sync with everyone here, so that I'm going longer on all my stints and basically just losing time. And that's what I saw. So anyway, on to lap 20 of the Grand Prix now, so we're skipping further ahead. The race is really quietened down now after the start. And I do believe that we're going to be making an emergency pit stop. Now, not an emergency pit stop in the way of, oh god, I got a puncture. But I decided to take an early pit stop. Now, I don't know where my pit window was, but I definitely wasn't meant to come in at the end of this lap. But what I saw is Vettel came in about a lap or two earlier for a set of the medium compound tyres. So obviously that confirmed to me that he was going to the end of the race. And then I honestly thought to myself then, what's the point in me losing more time on these soft tyres? Why don't I just go onto the mediums now and reduce the loss that I'm going to have against Sebastian Vettel? Because, who knows, Vettel may have an engine failure, Rosberg may have an engine failure, and I could get promoted some places. So I thought, I might as well just go onto the medium compound tyres, try and keep in track with Vettel and also with Rosberg, and just see where we can go. Let's just see what the pace is in this Ferrari. Otherwise, it's just going to be a nice, quiet 16 laps towards the end. On to lap 24 of the Grand Prix though, and we're still continuing on. We've got a yellow flag in front of us, so someone's gone off in that road, and it's Nico Rosberg. Rosberg is out of the Mexican Grand Prix, just in front of us in fact, and is that what has probably been suspected? Vettel's going through there, so Rosberg, and that's an engine failure for Nico Rosberg. So just like I predicted, one of the drivers at the front has had an engine failure, and that's going to promote us up into 2nd place, and the virtual safety car has been released for the incident with Nico Rosberg, and we are going to see him in just a second actually, just chilling. There he is, just behind us there, parked up. Unfortunate for Nico Rosberg, he was doing so well in this Grand Prix as well, in fairness to Nico Rosberg. Virtual safety car is now ending, and we are going to gain a little bit of time here, as we always do at the end of the virtual safety car, and the DRS has been re-enabled, and we can carry onwards, and we can try and set out on Sebastian Vettel, but unfortunately, the gap is 12 seconds, so at this rate, I don't think we're going to catch Sebastian, unfortunately, for myself, so really, it's just going to be a gentle stroll to the end of the race for myself, to be honest. Lewis Hamilton is behind me. On to lap 36 in the final lap of the Grand Prix. Lewis Hamilton was closing in on me as my engine was low on power, and also I was on worn out mediums. Sebastian Vettel comes through and wins the race very, very comfortably. I also just slowed down in general. I wasn't catching Vettel. I tried quite hard between lap 25 and lap 27, but... Sorry, lap 25 and lap 29. But at the end of the day, Vettel was still quicker than myself. But hey, 22nd on the grid, got myself up to 2nd, starting last and getting on the podium. I'll take that any day of the week. So a fantastic drive for myself, really. I'll take that one, you know, from 22nd to 2nd, up 20 places. I'll take that. So a perfect result there. Maurizio Arrivabene looking happy as always. Sebastian Vettel winning his first race actually, after being demoted to the number 2 driver in Ferrari, of course. Lewis Hamilton takes the final podium spot. But in terms of the race in general, because I've managed to get myself further up the field quicker than I thought I would have, my stint was kind of all over the place, really. I was hoping for a sort of recovery drive to get 5th, 6th, maybe 7th, but it turns out I was actually fighting for the lead, but I was on slower tyres the whole way, really. Yeah, basically, on the first stint, I was quite quick, you know, obviously, because I got myself all the way up to up into the fight. Second stint was just really was just plain sailing. I was just trying to close up to Vettel, who was closing up to Rosberg. And then the third stint, I couldn't catch up to Vettel. Rosberg's engine blew up. I don't think I would have caught Nico Rosberg if he stayed in this race. I'll be honest now, if Rosberg did not have the engine failure, I probably would not have caught him. I don't think I quite had enough pace to catch Rosberg. I was not quick round here in Mexico, not going to lie. Like, I was not the fastest driver, by all means. Vettel was miles quicker than me. In the driver standings, we actually increased our lead to 107 points. So even though we started last, we still increased our advantage. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I don't think I would have caught Rosberg even if I had, even if he didn't have the engine failure. So second place is pretty lucky for myself. In the driver rivalry, we're going to lose that with Vettel because quite frankly, we're just not looking to do that. We're just looking to try and have some fun really. But anyway, guys, that's it for the USA Grand Prix. Thank you ever so much for watching. You're absolutely awesome. Appreciate all the support on the videos. Take care all, and I will see you for the Brazilian Grand Prix very, very soon. Take care all. Peace.